Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning, we're going to talk about not being passive, but being active when it comes to setting your goals and seeing through the vision that you set for your life. So let's jump right into it. So you've now done the hard work to get through the process of what may seem rigorous in outlining your vision, your benchmarks, and your goals. So what's next? You may be thinking that was a really tough process and it's time to take a vacation, but not so fast. You need to actually apply what you've put together to action. So let me approach this another way. There's a quote by Brandon Turner that applies here, and that is, if information was the answer, we'd all be billionaires with six packs. Now, most of us are not billionaires and most of us do not have six packs, so information is not the issue. So you can't just take the time to develop your vision or mission statement, your ideal legacy, your benchmarks, and your goals, and then call it a day. You must actually take the information that you have gathered, pondered on, prayed about, and you need to then put that information into action. So how do you apply this information? The goals that you have developed through this process now need to actually be applied to your daily routine, your daily, weekly, monthly routines and rhythms. So this means that you need to build in daily routines that become habits in supporting your goals, benchmarks, and ultimate vision. A mentor of mine recently helped me outline this by adding to the time blocking I already do in my life by doing what many consider as jam sessions. Now, if you're not familiar with time blocking, this is a structured way of getting your most important priorities completed for the day. For me in particular, I don't start my day unless I've gone through my morning routine, which is time blocked. A quick review of my morning routine includes hydration, meditation, prayer, reading, learning, reflecting, and then eating. And it usually takes me about 3 to 4 hours in the morning to complete my morning routine, depending on whether I exercise or not. Now, blocking my time out to ensure that I always get 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of meditation, and blocking that time out for other key components is so important. Now, without time blocking, I could easily overlook key aspects of my day. Now, although I live by my schedule, I don't time block all of my time. I mainly focus on the bookends, the beginning and end of my day, and making sure that those at a minimum are time blocked. So as for jam sessions, I use this time to get my most important priority completed. Now, last week, for example, I used one of my jam sessions to complete a review of financial statements for the organization I work for. Now, I use these jam sessions to set out specific, uninterrupted, focused blocks of time, typically 90 minutes, to work on writing content like this, to focus on specific projects I have for work, or to focus on research otherwise. Now, the purpose of this is to then ensure that the top priorities you have don't get overrun by the trivial, the email, the checking of social media, the casual conversations, or other distractions that can take you and derail you from your priorities. Now, if you can set aside designated time for working on your specific goals, this will ensure that you are always making progress towards these goals. And I believe you'll find that the progress is really addicting. Now, you will soon find that this time is critical to your performance and your progress, and it will become a habit. It will form into a habit over time as you set these routines into play day after day. Now, I love to use a stacking method when it comes to routines that become habits over time. Now, I didn't start with having morning and evening routines, jam sessions, or even time blocking my schedule. This was developed over time, and one aspect was then added to the next over time. So I would just rest assured that this was not created and implemented overnight. It took and continues to take a lot of intentionality. Now, you probably noticed that this process requires that you're actively working on these goals, not looking at them once a quarter or once a year, but that you're actively carrying that ball toward the end zone every single day. So unfortunately, so many people are passively watching the world go by, allowing others to set expectations and priorities while their goals go by the wayside. They get benched, they get pushed aside for these other priorities. So don't be like them. Don't adjust your habits to the culture, but instead set your own pace with your own plan on your own. And I think you will find that it's a lot more fulfilling that way. So my call to action today is to take action on what you've learned. Create a morning routine with 1 to 3 tasks that you can easily repeat day after day, and then add a 30, a 60, or 90-minute jam session to that to focus on your most important priority, and then build it from that point. And I think you'll find that as you add component to component, that it becomes very sustainable. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.